Hey y'all, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today I'm telling y'all my story time. I found out I was pregnant at 16. But okay, y'all, I'm not gonna be talking too much. Let's just, get into the video. Okay, so basically let's take it back. Let's rewind it. Let's, take it back to August. August 24th is when me and the boy did the thing to make a baby. So basically, we was doing it. I'm not gonna get into detail about that, but when he pulled it out, we seen his NUT on my area, on me, and we were just looking at it. We didn't really say anything about it. We just kind of went on about our life. So, but at that point, I was kind of scared he nutted in me. So, when we got back to our respective places, I'm not gonna say where we did it at because that's like, kind of confidential. But when we got back to our respective places, we was texting, We was texting, and basically, first thing he says to me, "Was you creaming? Cause I seen you watch the one I put out." Now, boy, you knew that was not white. He knew damn well that was not white. He knew that. If he knew that, go ask me that dumb question. Boy, you knew that was not white. It was not white, y'all. It was the color of NUT. Very much so. I knew it was his nut. He knew it was his nut. I don't know why he texted me this stupid ass question. Y'all, he just texted me about doing the video. But, he don't want me to do the video, but is it my pregnancy or is it yours? Like, for real. Because he don't want me to, put our business out there, but anyways, back to the story. So, yeah, I was like, no, I wasn't creaming. Are you sure you didn't nut in me? And he was like, no, I didn't nut in you. I would have known if I nutted in you, BS. Because he knew he nutted in me, like, y'all, he nutted in me. If he didn't nut in me, I wouldn't be pregnant. That's what it is, like. So, he kind of convinced me that he didn't nut in me, so I kind of just left it alone, went on about my life, So then we just started talking about how it was, because that was the first time we ever did it. First time I ever did it, boom, gets pregnant, wow. Tragic. Okay, so at that point I kind of just forgot about it, left it alone, went on about my life. So then I'm not getting my periods. So September 9th comes and I tell my baby daddy I'm not getting my period. Now, honestly, I kind of just told him that to play with him. I'm not even gonna play. Honestly, just told him that to play with him. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all, because it was true I wasn't getting my period, but in my head I was thinking, girl, that period is coming. You know it's coming. You're not pregnant. Stop playing. Because my period usually comes September 14th, 19th, 20th, 25th, something like that, middle end of the month. It don't never come September 9th. It do sometimes. It will become at the beginning of the month. Sometimes my period is very, very irregular, but most of the time it will come middle end of the month. So I told him I'm not getting my period, just to see what he was gonna say, basically. But it wasn't a lie, I truly wasn't. But so he was just like, did you take a test? I'm not ready for no baby. We're young. I'm trying to focus on school, trying to get back into sports. If you pregnant, abortion. And I'm like, y'all, he wanted to kill our baby. Because he didn't want it. He wasn't ready for no baby. I'm not going to say I was ready for no baby either, but, I'm ready to step up and take care of my responsibility. But Like, how could you want to kill our baby? But anyway, so yeah. So, boom, September 20th comes. Still no period. 21st comes, no period. 22nd, no period. 23rd, no period. 25, no period. Like, what? So at this point, I'm getting a little scared. And at this point, I'm starting to get symptoms too. You was in the bathroom all the time. Throat hurting, stomach hurting, head hurting. I'm calling out from work. Trying to leave work early. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. So basically, one day, I'm like, I'm not going to work. I'm calling out for work. So I text my manager, my throat hurt, I'm not coming to work. Boom. Then he texts me back talking about you have to get a doctor's excuse or you gotta come to work, basically. Which was some mess, like, what? But I was like, okay, doctor's excuse, simple, I'm not going to work. So, my dumb self calls my uncle and asks him, can he take me to the doctor? Dumbest mistake. So when I get in the car, I won't really think about it until we got in the car, almost there. And I'm thinking, what if they say I'm pregnant? But you know, it's kind of too late at that point to say, hey, I might be pregnant, let's turn around and go home. So obviously I still had to go. So basically I get to the doctor, and you know how the doctor be, when was your last menstrual cycle? And at that point I didn't know. I know it was now because obviously you have to tell the OBGYN when was your last menstrual cycle to see how far along you are. But I told her I don't know, and she was like, is it a chance you might be pregnant? I'm like, no. My uncle was right there, so obviously I said no, but I was gonna say no regardless because get out my business. So why when I go back in the room, she comes in with a cup and tell me to pee in it? Like, girl, didn't I just tell you it wasn't a possibility? Well, I don't like how they just basically call you a liar in front of your face. So I take the cup and I go pee in it, and I put it where they told me to put it at, and I go back in the room. And that took hecka long to come back in the room, y'all. Like, so long to come back in the room. So at this point, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm not pregnant. Maybe I'm not pregnant. Like, they probably would have came back in the room faster and like told me like, hey, you're pregnant. But no, that was taking forever. So like, obviously if I was pregnant, they didn't care, like acting like it wasn't a big deal. But they finally come in there about 5 years later talking about, you know, your test was positive, right? And I'm just sitting there like, I hear her but I don't believe her. Like, obviously I know the doctor don't lie to you like that, but I was kind of in shock because I didn't think like I would really be pregnant. Like, me and the boy talking about this every single day, arguing about getting an abortion. I'm telling him no, and turns out I really am pregnant. Like, that whole time I did not think I was really gonna be pregnant, but I really was pregnant. Like, y'all, I mean, I did start to believe at the end, but just hearing the confirmation was a whole different level, baby. It was a whole different level. So, you know, I told the boy, and he was still, I don't know exactly what he said when I first told him, but he still wanted me to get an abortion. Like, he was like, I'm not playing about what I said. Like, he wanted me to get an abortion. Like, and I was considering it, but the only reason I was considering it is for him, because I didn't want to seem selfish. Like, he really didn't want a baby. I never wanted to give my child up. I never wanted to kill my child, give it up for adoption. I wanted to be the one to raise my baby, but I was considering it for his sake, you know. But I knew that's not what I wanted to do. So that's how that went. So fast forward about 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, I think it's time to tell my family. I honestly did not want to tell my family, y'all, but I wanted to go to the doctor to make sure my baby was okay. So I was like, okay, I need to tell somebody. So I was terrified to tell my family, y'all. My family is shreds. Like, I didn't know how that was going to react. I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I had to tell them. Okay, so I told my grandma first. Well, I planned on telling my grandma first because I didn't want to tell my mom first. Cause I was so scared to tell my mom. Even though my mom was a teen mom herself, I was scared. I was still scared to tell her. So every day I'm trying to think, how am I going to tell my grandma I'm pregnant? How? Every day I'm like terrified. Like, how am I going to tell her? Am I going to write her a note? Am I just going to tell her? Am I just going to put the test in front of her? I didn't know what to do. Oh yeah, by the way, when they had told me I'm pregnant at the doctor, I didn't believe it. So I went home and took a pregnancy test. And it came up positive. I'll put a picture up here. But yeah, like, I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know how to tell her. So I started like hinting it. First thing I asked her, what's the worst thing I could possibly do? And she was saying stuff like stealing my car, stealing my money, having sex. And when she said that, I was like, well, I did that, then I got pregnant, so double homicide. So she was like, so which one did you do? I was like, nothing. I was just asking. So boom, I told her I wasn't feeling good. I don't want to go to work later on that day. And she asked me, are you pregnant? I said, no, I'm not pregnant. So one day she taking me to work and she asked me, is there something you need to tell me? And at that point, I'm like, does she know? I was like, does she know? But I just told her, no, I don't have nothing to tell you. She was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. So I went into work and she drove off and everything. Then when I came back home, she asked me again, am I pregnant? And I thought she knew because, mind y'all, I was terrified to tell my mom. So I was basically just living at my grandma's house for a while. And I had the pregnancy test in my bag because I pack a bag to go to my grandma's house. So I was thinking like she went in my bag and seen the test. So I was like, does she know? Like, what? But so when I got back home, she asked me again. And at that point, I'm like, oh, she know. And when she said that, I was like, hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Cause I was like scared trying to avoid the situation. She was like, no, come back here. And she said, are you pregnant? Don't lie to me. And at that point, it was over for me hiding the secret. I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm pregnant. And what about it? Okay, I didn't say that, obviously. But I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm pregnant. And her reaction really, like, shocks me. She was, like, being so calm and sweet about it. She was like, why don't you tell me who's the boy? Da-da-da-this, da-da-da. Like, the reaction really, truly shocked me. So then, my sister was there, too, so my sister came down, we told her, and my sister already knew, because my sister apparently went in my bag to get some lotion, which I don't know who told you to get my lotion in the first place, and she seen my test in my bag, but she said she didn't say anything about it. So, boom. I was like, okay, we're going to keep this secret between grandma and sister. About a week later, I'm laying in the bed, still in my grandma's house, because I don't want to go home. And my grandma come up there like, come on, we're going to your house to tell your mom. And I'm like, waterworks automatically came down, baby. Like, very much scared to tell my mom. So, basically, we get in the car and everything, and we finally get to her house. And she's already sitting at the table and everything. And my grandma's like, tell her what you gotta tell her. And I'm like, I don't have nothing to tell her. I'm trying to go in my room, avoid the situation, all that type of stuff. But I eventually gave her the papers that my doctor gave me, saying like my test was positive. Gave her the papers, And eventually, well, I gave her the papers and went back to my room. And she came in the room and she was like, being very calm, just like my grandma. Like, reactions really surprised me, y'all. And she was like, why didn't you tell me? I'm gonna be here for you. I can't be mad at you when I did the same thing, you know, stuff like that. Just really being nice, supportive. And after I told my mom that, like, our relationship has been so much better. So then I ended up telling my brothers, my 2 brothers, and everything. So not everybody in my family knows, but enough people know, you know. So my mom, we got my first appointment, all that type of stuff, and now I'm going to the appointment. I'm going to the doctor, making sure my baby's healthy and everything. And yeah, if you're pregnant, don't be scared to tell your family. Like, their reactions are probably going to surprise you, just like mine did. I thought I was not gonna have no fun for about 5 years, y'all. Like, I don't know, I might be wrong, I might throw you out the house, but I'm just saying. But y'all, I'm currently 14 weeks pregnant. I don't have a belly yet, but this is my belly so far. I just had an OBGYN appointment today. My baby is healthy. The heartbeat is pretty fast, so I think it's gonna be a girl. Let me show y'all my tink. My baby is so cute. This is my ultrasound at 9 weeks. Like, I love my baby so much. So much. I love them. But yeah, I got this little photo album to put all my baby pictures in. Update on me and my baby daddy. Our relationship is very toxic. We argue like every single day, but we still talk every single day. He's here for me. He wants to be here for his baby. He still feel like he's not ready. And sometimes I am very scared that he's gonna be a bad father, because I know he's not ready. I'm not ready either, but I know I'm gonna be a good mother. But I really do hope that he's a good father, obviously. His mom supports me. Like, I met his mom. His mom is nice and everything. Like, he wants to have a boy. I want to have a girl. But like I told you about the heartbeat, we're probably having a girl. But we're about to find out the gender very soon. My next appointment is December 20th. And that's when we're supposed to be finding out our baby's gender. But yeah, hopefully our relationship gets better. Hopefully our relationship gets better as parents. And no, we're not together, if you was wondering, because of him. If you want to know why we're not together, ask him, because I really can't tell y'all. Like, I really feel like we should be together for our baby and just have our child grow up as parents together, as it should. You know, just be a family. But he doesn't want to be with me. But I'm glad that he's still here and didn't leave me, and does want to take care of his responsibility and wants to love his child. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on my pregnancy. I'm gonna be posting more videos about it and everything. So just stay active on my channel. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, please. If y'all don't like it, subscribe. I'm not gonna make another video. It's just that simple. Like, I don't care, because I'm not gonna be doing it to get like 1 view. Like, but okay, anyways, bye, see you later. Love you. Thank you for everybody who supported me. Top congratulations. And my baby is due May 19th. So bye.
Body, got it, yeah, on it. Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping and ferry a boat, sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci? No, all I ever asked was you to pick up